Princess Leonor engaged. Wedding date confirmed in Spain and Luxembourg. It was a morning unlike any other in Spain. The sun rose over the royal palace in Madrid, casting a golden glow that felt different, warmer, more alive, as if the walls of Zarzuela Palace themselves were whispering secrets. For months, speculation had swirled. Rumors had danced through the corridors of royal circles, and now, the impossible has happened. The royal household has confirmed it. Princess Leonor of Spain is officially engaged. But what no one expected, not the press, not even the royal insiders, was where the announcement would lead. Because this isn't just another royal engagement. This is a love story stretching across borders, from Spain's ancient monarchy to the royal courts of Luxembourg. And today, we finally know the truth. The royal wedding date has been set. Yet behind the fairytale smiles and perfectly framed photographs lies a story far more complex, one filled with tension, emotion, and a royal strategy that could redefine Europe's monarchy forever. So how did we get here? How did the young princess, once seen as the quiet heir of Spain, find herself at the heart of one of the most unexpected royal unions in modern history? Let's go back. Princess Leonor's journey has been one of quiet transformation. At 19, she has already completed her military training, delivered powerful public speeches, and earned the admiration of not only Spain, but of royal watchers around the world. The once shy young girl who stood beside her father, King Felipe VI, has evolved into a confident future queen, one whose every gesture carries meaning. But no one imagined that her royal path would soon intertwine with the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, a country small in size, yet powerful in royal legacy. For months, whispers circulated. Leonor had been quietly visiting Luxembourg under the pretext of diplomatic training. What few realized then was that love had already entered the story. The engagement was not simply a royal agreement, it was a moment that symbolized something deeper. Two royal bloodlines, one Spanish, one Luxembourgish, converging at a moment when Europe is redefining its traditions. When the palace press release dropped early this morning, it sent shockwaves through royal Europe. Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor de Bourbon y Ortiz is engaged, it read, and the royal wedding will take place in the spring of 2026, in Madrid and Luxembourg. Yes, two ceremonies, two royal households, one union. The first wedding, a grand event in Spain's royal palace, will be an official state ceremony. The second, more private and spiritual, will be held in Luxembourg's historic Cathedral of Notre Dame. It's a symbolic bridge between nations, a gesture of unity that hasn't been seen since the marriages that defined Europe's royal alliances centuries ago. But here's where it gets even more fascinating, because behind this engagement lies months of secret planning, family negotiations, and emotional moments that nearly changed everything. Sources close to Queen Letizia say she was deeply moved, yet cautious. She wanted Leonor's choice to be hers alone, not a decision made under pressure from royal tradition or expectation. Meanwhile, King Felipe reportedly saw this union as a powerful diplomatic bond, one that strengthened Spain's ties to Central Europe. And then there's Leonor herself, caught between her royal destiny and the freedom to love as she chooses. In a rare interview just weeks before the announcement, Leonor hinted that she wanted her life to reflect both duty and emotion. At the time, few understood the depth of her words. Now, they resonate with a clarity that only love can reveal. But let's address the question. Everyone is asking, who is the man who captured the heart of Europe's future queen? The groom is none other than Prince Gabriel of Luxembourg, the eldest son of Grand Duke Henri and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa. Known for his charisma, quiet intelligence, and philanthropic work, Gabriel has long been considered one of Europe's most grounded young royals. He's studied economics, speaks 4 languages, and has worked on sustainable projects across Africa and Europe. The two reportedly met at a Royal Environmental Summit in Copenhagen, a setting that brought together heirs from across Europe's monarchies. Leonor, representing Spain's youth initiatives, and Gabriel, leading Luxembourg's green programs, were seated side by side. What began as diplomatic conversation grew into genuine friendship, and from there, something much deeper. For over a year, the pair managed to keep their relationship out of the public eye, thanks to discreet meetings in both Madrid and Luxembourg. But their connection didn't go unnoticed. Insiders began referring to them as the quiet power couple of Europe's next generation. Now, with the engagement confirmed, Spain is preparing for one of the most anticipated royal weddings in recent history. But this event isn't just about romance, it's about legacy, modernity, and the rebirth of a monarchy. The timing, too, is symbolic. The wedding date, May 17, 2026, falls on the same weekend that marks the 20th anniversary of King Felipe and Queen Letitia's own marriage. It's a poetic echo through generations, a reminder that history often repeats itself in the most beautiful ways. As the royal families prepare, the world's attention turns to two cities, Madrid and Luxembourg City. The Spanish capital is expected to host thousands of guests, diplomats, and dignitaries. Meanwhile, Luxembourg is already planning a week-long celebration that will include concerts, exhibitions, and public festivities celebrating both nations. But beyond the glamour, this moment carries an emotional weight that few outside the palace truly understand. For Queen Letizia, watching her eldest daughter step into royal adulthood is bittersweet. Close friends describe her as proud yet reflective, remembering her own transformation from journalist to queen. For King Felipe, this is more than a family milestone, it's a signal that the Spanish monarchy is entering a new, more stable era under the leadership of its future queen. And yet, even in celebration, questions remain. How will this marriage shape Spain's global influence? Will Leonor's move toward an international royal role modernize the monarchy or challenge traditionalists who believe a queen's place should remain firmly national? There are whispers of mixed reactions within royal circles. Some senior members of the Spanish aristocracy reportedly worry about the pace of modernization. But among the younger generation, especially across Europe, the engagement is being hailed as a symbol of progress, love, and unity. It's the merging of two houses that share not just lineage, but purpose, both monarchies known for their emphasis on service, education, and empathy. As the news ripples through Europe, the streets of Madrid are alive with emotion. Outside the royal palace, crowds gather holding Spanish and Luxembourgish flags, singing, cheering, waiting for a glimpse of the couple. And when Princess Leonor finally steps out with her fiancé by her side, the crowd erupts. Her smile, radiant yet humble, tells the story better than any headline could. This is not the timid teenager the world once knew. This is a woman, a future queen, standing firmly in her power, guided by love and destiny. The cameras flash, reporters shout questions, but for a moment, the world seems to pause. In that stillness, you can almost feel the weight of history. From Madrid to Luxembourg, from Europe to the world, this engagement marks the beginning of something extraordinary, a future where monarchy meets modern love, where tradition meets change, and where the next generation of royals begins to write its own story. And as bells ring across both nations, one thing becomes crystal clear: the world may have seen royal weddings before, but nothing quite like this. Because this isn't just an engagement. It's the dawn of a new royal era, led by Princess Leonor of Spain, and the man who dared to love a future queen. And that is a story the world will never forget.